Yo, SMBO was a really cool site. It had 91 games, some of them good, some of them bad. But then Nintendo got pissed and they got it removed. Now that just ain't quite right. So there's still some games I haven't reviewed, and so now I gotta hunt them on the internet for all to view. It may be tough, but I'll make it through alright. I just hope the Pokemon situation ain't quite tight. It's SMBO, SMBO, SMBO. 91 games. SMBO, SMBO, SMBO. It's awesome, alright. SMBO, SMBO, SMBO. You know it's right. SMBO, SuperMarioBrothers.org.
Well, as promised, if there were any games that would work on this SMBO archive clone, whatever you want to call it, on web.archive.org, I would review it on the clone. And Mario Racing Tournament, which is going to be reviewed in this episode 81, works on the archives. So, the original SMBO description of this game was, Mario Racing Tournament is a 2D Mario Kart game. Pick between 8 characters and try to come in first place in all the levels. So let's give it a whirl. For starters, I really like this intro screen music. It's a remix of the character select screen from Super Mario Bros. 2. Also, isn't it good to be back on SuperMarioBros.org, even though this isn't the real thing, which is a copy? I think it is. Alright, so if you're a starter, you probably definitely want to look at the tutorial first. Now, the controls, they're okay. D to drive forward, A to drive backward, W to jump and to fly when using a feather, S to brake, Q for booster if you have a mushroom or some other speed item, and spacebar to use item. I just hope you can remember those. Hit the question block to obtain an item, extra life to extra life mushroom for 25 coins, the red mushroom for a temporary speed up, the star, hit an opponent while using this to make them dizzy. Fly, if you have the feather, hold W to fly. The coins are obviously worth a coin, and the fire flowers, if you can fire this at a foe, it'll make them dizzy. So remember, D forward, A backward. So it's basically DAWS controls, which I'm pretty familiar with. Now, notice every time you turn to the title screen, the music starts over again. Anywho, you can choose between Mario, Luigi, Bowser, a Goomba, a red-shelled Koopa Troopa, Princess Toadstool, a Pokey, or Yoshi. Luigi's never in the spotlight. I'm gonna be Luigi. Finish each map in first place to complete it. I'm not sure what this music is a remix of, but the reason why you need to collect coins in the courses is so you can spend them at the shop. You can add a red mushroom to first of all, let me show you how a course works. There are a start of 8 courses, and each course has a champion. Koopa Troopa is the champion of Donut Plains, Goomba from Funky Donut Plains, Mario from Blue Rocks, Luigi from Tube Plains, Yoshi from Yoshi's Forest, Princess Toadstool from Soda Lake, Pokey from Green Rocks, and Bowser the champion of Foul Mountains. There's also a hidden course called Gray Caves that is also a champion of Bowser. Alright, so let's go to Donut Plains, as that's the easiest. So you notice up at the top, you have 3 item slots, so you can hold up to 3 items at a time. Ah, crap. I'm not sure what that P-switch is supposed to do. Oh yeah, make sure to always hit the spacebar before you do anything. Like if it's a feather or a booster, you gotta hit the spacebar first, then you can use it. Alright, so I'm not doing too well right now. It's because I got knocked over by a bunch of people. The annoying thing about this game, I would have to say, is the fact that you gotta like jump over these blocks with the right precision, or they'll slow you way down and you'll get way behind. And it's kind of hard to catch up to everybody if you get behind. Now that was just a fire flower item. Alright, so I just collected some coins. And depending on how well you did, you may get extra coins. I'm not sure why it says G at the end of it, but basically, if you get 4th place, you don't get any coins. 3rd place, you get 3. 2nd place, you get 6. And if you're the champ, you get 12. Well, any coins you earn throughout a race can be used in this shop. Alright, so we can add a mushroom to our item slots at the beginning of a race for 20 coins. Oh, you know what? Maybe the G stands for grand, like 25 grand. We can add a fire flower to our thing for 25. We can increase our acceleration by upgrading our tires for 50. We can increase our top speed by giving our exhaust pipe an upgrade for 50. We can add a star to our item slots for 40. And if you hit a car with star or some other item, they're paralyzed for 2 seconds. Alright, now you know that Hidden Core's Gray Caves is locked? Well, if you click on it, it says you must have 5 keys first before this map becomes available. Well, each key is worth 100 coins, and you need 5 of them, meaning you need 500 coins. So it might take you 10 or so minutes to get all the keys. Also for 50 coins, you can upgrade your nitro, which will increase your booster, the amount of time you get while boosting. And for 75 coins, you can add an extra item slot. Believe me when I say this, I have never beat this game without buying any of these upgrades. I'm sure it's possible, but I've never done it. So I highly recommend you at least buy 2 of each of these. Oh, hello. One of my cats just walked in. Yeah, my family got a new cat like 2 months ago. Anywho, let's go back to Donut Plains and try to do that again. Oh, that was just a waste of an item. Remember, get as many coins as you possibly can. The more coins, the more things you can... Hang on. My cat just got on the computer desk. He's not supposed to be on there. And he well knows that, but... The more coins you buy, the more items you can get, the better increasing your... Get off of that! I'm sorry. Better increasing your chances, blah 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 blah. Now, there's no kind of progression bar of any kind to show you how far you are from the finish line. So, you're just going to have some patience. I'll be right back. Okay, I'll show you some footage of that cat later, but anyway, I kind of sucked at that race too. I got 3rd place. Alright, so I have 59 coins, so I'm definitely going to buy a tire upgrade. Or, no, I'm going to buy an exhaust upgrade. For sure. Alright, so that's Donut Plains. Let's go to Funky Donut Plains this time. Notice how there's only 2 music tracks in this entire game. Talk about lack of not lack of laziness. Lack of originality. Alright, why is he blinking like that? Ooh, booster, mine. Yeah, only 2 music tracks in the entire game. The one that plays in the title screen also plays in the courses, and the one that plays in the world map in the store. That's it. So I'm not sure if these guys were rushed or what. Now, you know how the Q button is used for booster? Well, I think if you hold that, you get a temporary boost or something like that. Alright, so, as annoying as it might be, you have to wait for everybody to cross the finish line for the results to come in. And I actually won that race. But I still don't have enough for anything. So, since I won Funky Donut Plains successfully, I can now move on. Well, you can do them in any order. But I must warn you, if you wish to play Gray Caves, take my advice very seriously. When you complete all 8 courses, Donut Plains, Funky Donut Plains, Blue Rocks, Tube Plains, Foul Mountains, Green Rocks, Soda Lake, and Yoshi's Forest, when you complete all 8 of those, you will proceed to the ending, and you will not be able to do Gray Caves. So make sure you do Gray Caves before beating all of the first 8. Also, heed this. If you hit back to menu, and, like, for example, say you want to change your character, well, don't do it. Suck it up and deal with the character you have. Going back to the menu screen will erase any data you have, and once you've made your second character selection, you'll come back to find that you'll have to start all over again. So it'll take me a while, but I'll get through all the courses. However, just quickly, let me show you a preview of each one. Here's Blue Rocks. Now you can tell the background is one of the backgrounds from Super Mario World with a blue tint to it. Kind of reminds me of that ice background they used in New Super Mario Bros. 2. Which is exactly this, as a matter of fact. Also, make sure you hit those P switches that are scattered throughout the land. Hitting those will make some coins drop from the sky. And whatever you do, make sure you completely under a block before you hit it, as you just saw, because it'll kind of push you back if you're doing it at the wrong angle. And make sure you grab any feathers you can find. They will definitely help you. So yeah, this game is, I'd say, good overall, but it's annoying how you run into a wall that you can't perfectly... I'm not sure how these three did it, and I didn't, but you can't really perfectly jump over a wall, because you'll ram into a wall, and yeah. So anyway, I won that one too. Let's go to 2 planes. Once you complete a course, you are not able to go back and redo it. So you might want to lose a few times in case you want to play Gray Caves, as you need 5 keys, and each key is worth 100 coins. So that means you need 500 coins. See what I mean? See how hard of a time I'm having jumping over these walls? That's the downside of this game, is it's very hard to perfectly ascend these walls. And that will cost you a lot of time in the long end. Or long run, whatever word you want to use for it. Now, if you do complete Gray Caves in first place, go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back. There's no special prize for anything, but hey, the fact that you went the extra mile is good enough. Alright, now I should have won that one, because that was Luigi's champion course. Yoshi's Forest. So yeah, in a nutshell, this game is... it's an average Mario Kart parody. Only 2 music tracks and they loop over and over again. You have 8 courses and 8 characters to choose from, with a bonus course should you manage to gather 500 coins. Overall, it's a good parody, but I just wish it would be easier to jump over these stupid rock walls. Alright, now let's go to Soda Lake. If you don't know, Soda Lake is a secret course in Super Mario World, accessible in World 4, which is the, what is World 4 called? Crap, I forgot. Oh, it's the Cheese and Butter Bridge, and I believe it's this, from what I recall, it's the secret exit. The Soda Lake level itself is A, the only level to feature the torpedoed Ted enemy, and B, accessible by getting the secret goal from Cheese Bridge area. However, it looks so much different here. For one thing, you're not even underwater. Now, notice there, of course, a Mario Kart parody this may be, there are some huge differences, as you probably should have already noticed. For one thing, do you get 3 item slots at a time in any other Mario Kart game? None that I've played, anyway. Also, you only have 4 competitors. How odd. Now, I've never played Super Mario Kart, the first one, but I got a feeling this is set up very much like it. Alright, Green Rocks. Alright, Green Rocks is going to be your toughest bet. That and Foul Mountains, because there's so many rocks you got to jump over. It's insane. Now, luckily, if you're able to get on top of the wall like I did, and then grab all the coins that scatter, that will help you a lot. There's no real set way that you're supposed to get the coins. You can really earn them in any order you like. You can just save up and get all 500 at the same time, or you can just constantly buy upgrades. Alright, so you know how you can buy an upgrade to your acceleration, your max speed, and your booster? Well, you can only upgrade each one twice. Once you get to power level 2, as the game says, you are no longer able to upgrade that. I mean, come on. 3 upgrades or more would just make it too easy. So just remember that. See, it says current level 0. Once it gets to 2, I won't be able to buy a tire upgrade. Alright, now the last course is Foul Mountains. And believe me, these mountains are foul. I'm losing on purpose just so I can get 500 coins and show up Great Caves. Sorry, I'm a bit thirsty. Alright, so that's all of the 8 courses for you, and I've beaten Blue Rocks and Funky Donut Plains already. So that's it. That's all the Great Courses, and once I get 500 coins, I will come back and show you Gray Caves. Okay, if and when you happen to get 5 keys, you will unlock Gray Caves, Bowser's second champion course, and the hidden 9th course. As you can see, I was successfully able to complete Donut Plains, Funky Donut Plains, Blue Rocks, Tube Plains, Yoshi's Forest, Green Rocks, and Soda Lake. Remember, when you complete a course in first place, you'll not be able to go back to it. So let's do this. Gray Caves, yeah! But before I do so, let me buy some items. There we go. Now we'll be prepared. This is the Hidden Gray Caves course. Oh, and I found out, you know how I told you I didn't really know what the booster does? Well, just watch. Press the Q button, and you speed up for a little bit. Definitely make good use of that. Like, I've never used the booster until today. Like, today is the first time I've ever used the booster in this game. Ever. And now that I know what it does, I regret not using it before. This is a very tough course. If you want to complete it in first place, be my guest, but you do not have to at all. You only need to complete the first 8 to beat the game. But let's keep doing it until we get it. Get as many of these feathers as you can. Alright, now Bowser's gone way ahead. So let's try and get some of these invincibility stars to even things out with him. Ah, there we go. Now the same thing goes with Gray Caves, like all the other courses. Complete it in first place, and you'll never be able to go back to it. All right, so that wasn't too bad, despite technically being the toughest course in the game. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention, if it hasn't already been clearly obvious to you now, there can be an unlimited amount of items in the field. Like when you hit a question mark block, the item will just follow all the vehicles until it's collected by somebody. Like I could hit a question mark block and an opponent could take it from me. That's how this game works. That's a little unfair if you ask me. And even if they make it to the end of the course and still nobody's claimed it, they will cross the finish line with the players. That's pretty weird. I'm not sure why they just pop out and decide to become part of the race all of a sudden like that, but anywho, like I said, Gray Caves is completely optional. If you unlock it, great. If you beat it, that's even greater. Alright, so last course, Foul Mountains. But before we go on, let me give you a few pointers in this game. Remember, definitely buy upgrades to your acceleration, speed, and booster time. Now, you can only buy 3 upgrades each, and since each upgrade is 50, you do the math. 50 times 9, that's 450 coins. Now, if you should buy all the upgrades and wanted to go into Great Caves, you need 5 keys, which means 500 coins. And 450 coins for the upgrades. That means be prepared to get 950 coins in this game. Don't feel like you have to buy them all at once, too. But definitely buy at least 1 upgrade from the tires, the exhaust, and the nitro, definitely buy at least one, because that will really help you. It's pretty tough winning a course without an upgrade to your speed or your booster. And like I said, I regret not using the booster ability in the past. Definitely use the booster by pressing the Q button, especially in the beginning of the course or when you're in a pinch. Also, it may help to have an extra item slot. And when you are in the race, whatever item is in the most left box or the farthest left box is what you use. So if you have, let me put it to you this way. If you have all three boxes filled, you have a mushroom, a star, and a fire flower. If the mushroom is in the box on the left, you'll use that first. So yeah, those are some basic pointers. Make sure you buy upgrades to your speed, your acceleration, and your booster. And I challenge you to complete Gray Caves. And remember, if you do want to do Gray Caves, make sure that you deliberately lose a few courses. That way, it'll take you longer to win, meaning more time to get coins. Meaning, the more coins, the quicker it'll take you to get to Gray Caves. As like I said, when you beat the game, there's no way to go to Gray Caves without starting the whole game over. So yeah, if you beat the game and go, oh shoot, I didn't do Gray Caves. Unlucky for you, you gotta collect 500 coins all over again. And whatever you do not click back to menu. Especially in a point like right now where you're 95% done. Because that will just clear your game data and you have to start all over again. Pretty unfair. Alright, so last we have Foul Mountains. Yeah, let's do this thing. First things first, we're going to boost. And make sure Bowser doesn't catch up to us before his invincibility runs out. I'm going to boost again with this mushroom. And Bowser took all my items. And he's trying to... Oh, and also the effects of the Fire Flower weapon are different for each player. Just so you know, and I'm probably not going to win this one. See what I mean? The items are still chasing us till the end. Alright, let's try that again. Alright, looking good so far. Now, there's no way to change the order, but getting back on the subject of what order you use your items in, there's no way to change the order in it. So if you have to waste a weapon to get a good weapon that you need at that moment, then that's your problem, not mine. So just be wary. And this game should take you, like, at least 20 minutes. Because I've been working on this episode for the past half hour or so. This game will take you at least 20 minutes, I guarantee you that. If you want to get Gray Caves, it'll probably take you a half hour. If you don't bother to buy any upgrades, it will probably take you like 45 minutes to an hour. And if you don't buy upgrades and still want to go to Gray Caves, that could take you, I don't know how long. My guess is 2 hours. But anyway, I forgot to mention, it took me several months to beat this game on the first try. It took me several months to beat this game the first time. I mean, like, I discovered SuperMarioBros.org, this game including, in summer of 2010, and I think it was like a year and a half later, like maybe summer of 2011, that I beat this game for the first time. Okay, so that gives you the impression that this game is kind of sort of hard, right? Well, time to find out if the ending is worth it. Is the ending worth it? The answer is... absolutely not! Congratulations, thank you for playing, and it shows the 8 playable characters scroll down on the bottom. Over and over and over again, and now that I think about it, I don't think any of the races I did in this go-around had the Pokey character in it. I wonder why. But yeah, that's it. Now, for a 20-minute game, I suppose the ending isn't that bad, but again, it took you 20 to 30 minutes to complete this game. I think they could have done a little bit more effort on the ending there. If you do hit close, you'll go back to the title screen, and you'll have to start all over again. Well, despite the ending kind of being sucky, this is a rather okay game. I'll see you next episode.